What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome back to another first impression mini. This time around we're taking a look at a title called Giblins. Now right off the bat you can see this game's inspiration comes directly from Fallout Shelter and the entire gameplay loop is very similar, which I think is okay had this game came out a couple of years ago, but I think right now due to the fact that this game doesn't really do anything to kind of push the genre forward, it's ultimately going to be a forgettable experience, and it's kind of a shame because these Giblins do have a lot of personality. I was actually quite impressed with the production value and the presentation of the game. There's even voice acting throughout the story, so it's kind of unfortunate that the gameplay loop is so limited. So let's go through an entire gameplay loop here in the world of Giblins. So I have all my little miners going at it. They're mining coal for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and collect all those. From that point, I wanna go ahead and mine some copper. So I have a few of them getting me some copper. I need a couple of you guys mining like moss, and then the rest of you guys, I'll have you guys mining that upgraded ore there. So they're gonna go ahead and get to work, and just like in a lot of these games, it's all timer based, so they'll be done in 3 minutes and 47 seconds, so no need to look at them. And of course, if you want to speed it up, you can also use gems, but for the most part, that's going to drain your gems quite fast. So what can we do in the meantime while we're waiting for all of those things to be completed? Well,
psst, these adventurer types come by from time to time. Arm them quickly and earn that money.
So what you can do in the meantime while you're waiting for your miners to be complete is you can basically fulfill the needs of the villager. So this lady right over here, she's looking for some brewski. I respect it. I definitely respect it. So I make beer in my little mine, so as townspeople come up to my stores, I can sell them what they need. Right now, this dwarf looks like he's looking for some of that ore that I'm working on right now. I can't fulfill that. He's looking for some daggers, so I can go down here into my little blacksmith shop and get some daggers working, but of course, I don't have the proper things yet, so I need to go over here to my smelter. Let's see if I can get him working on it. I don't have enough of that, so I gotta go over here to my mine. My mine just got finished with some copper. I'll get them going back to work on that again. Now I can actually get my smelter working to get some of that, and I'm gonna go ahead and just spin the gem so we can speed that up. Go ahead and grab that material, jump back over here to the blacksmith, have him work on the daggers. Once again, for the sake of the YouTube, I'll go ahead and speed that up. Now I have the daggers, and now I can go back over here to my little townsperson over here and sell him the daggers he was looking for. Rinse and repitan. And that is the entire gameplay loop of the game. Villagers come to your village, they have requirements, you fulfill the requirements, and then you keep it moving. And this is the reason why I said the game feels a couple of years too late, because this is the gameplay loop that this genre basically started off as. But since then, more games that do this whole, this whole gameplay flow have added other things to do while you're waiting for the timers. Like right now, if I wasn't burning gems, what am I doing? Nothing. That's the answer. I'm doing nothing. These newer games have like combat scenarios where maybe you could take your Giblins and go do some hero collecting RPG style combat. But here in this game, the only thing that you can do is sit here and wait for the timers. That's it. Let me go ahead and get my homie over here making some beer. Get you, well, I still can't make that. I'll go ahead and get you working on that there. And the game does a really good job, and I say this kind of sarcastically, but the game does a really good job of keeping you in this perpetual state of never having enough of something. Like you're always like running low on something, which I don't really like. I feel like I can never kind of build up a surplus of any certain item because there's always someone trying to drain that item for you, which I guess is the point of the game. I can also continue digging if I choose to here, so I can go ahead, click on this, and say, you know what, let's dig a little bit deeper, and I can get my foreman right over here who's basically doing nothing. He'll come on down, and like I said, I like the presentation and the production value of the game. The voice acting's a nice touch, the graphics are pretty decent, but I do think once you get to this stage of the game where I'm at right now, it just gets boring because all you're doing is fulfilling the needs of the townspeople, and that is just not compelling enough for me. Throughout the game, you will unlock more and more buildings. So right up here, I got my little tavern going on, but I think I'm complete. Well, I got one beer. So I go ahead and get my little tavern stocked up. That way people can come in here and just get beer at their leisure. There's also, interactions with other players in the game as well. So if, for example, I ever get to the position where I do have a surplus of stuff, I can actually sell this on the shop and other people can buy it. I can also buy things from other people's shops, but there's nobody selling anything. Ah, come on! No one's selling anything! Normally it'll show you other players' goods that they're selling, but right now, no one's selling anything. That totally makes sense because the needs of your villagers, not to mention these little caravans, they keep you tapped out. Like, they completely keep you tapped out. So that is Giblins. Like I said, a little late to the game in my opinion. And it's okay to be late, but if you're gonna be late, you gotta bring something extra. If you're gonna be late to the party, you gotta bring some pizza or some pie or something. But you just can't show up late and just bring yourself. Your presence is not a present. Don't let the people fool you, all right? So I just got myself a new Giblin here. That's one thing I kind of liked about the game as well. You can hatch new Giblins out of these eggs, and these Giblins have different types of strengths and weaknesses, and you can place them in different parts of your mind to get better outcomes based on what the Giblin's strength is. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a nice little mini first impression look at the game Giblins. Like I said, this game, you know, a nice little Fallout Shelter clone, but I think they should have tried to go a little bit further if they wanted to capture the attention of people that not only like Fallout Shelter games, but are kind of tired of that whole song and dance of Fallout Shelter, that are looking for a little bit more. My suggestion, if you do like this gameplay genre, I still feel like Assassin's Creed Rebellion is the very best one on the market. Once again, my name is FG3000. I thank you a ton for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.